Welcome to this video on constructing a confidence interval for one proportion with data. Let's begin. Suppose you are conducting a survey in a city to understand the voter preferences in an upcoming election. You are interested in estimating the proportion of voters who support a specific candidate, candidate A. Use the dataset provided to calculate an 85% confidence interval for the proportion of voters in the city who support candidate A. When you log into RGuroo, your screen should look something like this. So we're going to come over here to this accordion menu and we're going to select Analytics, Analysis, Proportion Inference, One Population. When we do that, the screen should appear. So now we have to tell the computer what data set we want to use. So I'm going to select this drop-down menu and I'm going to select Voting Results. Now, just because I've specified a data set doesn't mean that I'm finished. So the first thing I have to do is select Factor, and that's going to be variable 1. And then I have to define success. So this data set, if you open it, is just a bunch of yeses and nos. So the people who said yes are the people who are voting for candidate A, and the people who said no are not voting for candidate A. So now we have a summary of our data. So the next thing we have to do is we have to tell the computer exactly what we want it to do. As you can see, there's two options. We could do a confidence interval or hypothesis test, or we could do both. But we want to do a confidence interval. We want to do a large sample Z, and remember our confidence level is 85% or 0.85. So now I have everything that I want to have, and I can press this I, and I can see the output. So let's take a minute and stare at our results. So remember, a confidence interval has a lower limit and an upper limit. So here's my lower limit and here's my upper limit. Okay. I also have my point estimate, which is right here. Okay. And remember, with these type of analyses, it does not give me my margin of error, but it does give me a width, and the margin of error is going to be half of this width. So let's take our findings from RGuroo and construct this confidence interval. So remember, a confidence interval consists of a lower limit and an upper limit. Halfway between those is our point estimate. Remember, the distance from the lower limit to the point estimate is the margin of error, and the margin of error is also the same as the point estimate, or the distance from the point estimate to the upper limit. So remember that RGuroo told us that the lower limit was about 32% and the upper limit was about 52%. The point estimate is halfway between, which is about 42%, and as you can see, the margin of error in both cases, of course, is 10%. Remember, the margin of error has to be the same in both cases. So now that we've constructed our confidence interval, we can summarize our findings, and we can do that by saying that we are 85% confident that the true population proportion of voters who support candidate A lies between 32 and 52%.